Visnu-sahasranama, name 909, Vikrami. This name came previously in the 9th verse of Vishnu-sahasranama. Vikram is, up to the present day, a common male name in India, generally understood to mean valor or prowess. So it's a suitable name for kings. Recent Indian history, means in Kali Yuga, was Vikramaditya. Now, Vikram also means a step, in the sense, a pace, a stride, the movement of the foot as a step. Now, Trivikram means 3 steps, so that's a name for Vamana Dev. So Vikrami means one, just like we have yoga, yogi. So yogi means one who practices yoga, and Vikrami means one who has prowess or one who takes steps. So in one sense we're all Vikram, but not in the sense that Bhishmadev speaks Visnu-sahasranama. We all have some power, and most of us can walk, but not like him. One of the reasons or one benefit of hearing Visnu-sahasranama explained is to understand the difference between him and us. Just like Bali Maharaj thought that Vamana could take 3 steps, there'd be very small steps because he has a very small body. That's maybe the greatest underestimation in the history of mankind. Record. You don't have the Guinness Book of Records here. People do all kinds of silly things to get in the Guinness Book of Records. Do you have that? Heard of that? God is all-powerful. That is an axiom. If God is not all-powerful, then He's not God. Or let's put it, if someone is not all-powerful, then they're not God. So when we say God is powerful, Vikrama, that doesn't mean He's a strong man like Ilapati and Marcel who can carry one Bhakti Vikasa Swami up and down the stairs. They are strong-bodied men, no doubt. Not as strong as Krishna. Not even slightly as strong. I'm not saying that as an insult, it's just a fact. Even if we bring the strongest man in the world, his strength is nothing like that of Krishna's. And it's probably not even as much as one baby elephant. So those intrepid men working out at the gym to get big, strong bodies, don't bother, you can take birth in your next life as a gorilla or an elephant and automatically you'll get a strong body. God is all-powerful. Balang balavatang chaham. He is the strength of the strong. Arjuna saw that when, after Krishna departed from this world, Arjuna found his ability to fight was so much diminished that he couldn't even fight a bunch of, what were they, abhiras. They're just low-class, useless people. God is all-powerful, God is great, that is an axiom. Srila Prabhupada said it's not enough to know that God is great. It's a good start. There are many atheists who don't accept that there is a God who is great. But Srila Prabhupada said we should know how God is great. Generally, theists, they consider that God is the creator of the world. Okay, but there's a lot more to him than that. This material world is, compared to the spiritual world, it's like a latrine. So if we say that, oh, such a great architect, he made such a great latrine, that's not the full extent of his glories. The latrine is an unfortunate necessity. When you build a building, the latrine is put in the building. But if you only look at the latrine and think, this is superb, then you're really missing the point. And a bit stupid also. Not just a bit stupid, very stupid. So in the same way, if we emphasize God's greatness as being the creator of this material world, okay, that's true, but we're missing the main point of his glories. We should know how God is great. And practically the Vedic literature gives us perspectives on the greatness of God that we don't find in the scriptures of the Mlecchas and the Yavanas. Srila Prabhupada wrote that the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran are the scriptures of the Mlecchas. There's some knowledge there, but not much. This Vishnu Sahasranama also, in every name, gives us perspectives on the greatness of the Supreme Lord in various nuanced ways. Two of the most famous commentators are Shankaracharya, and in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Parashara Bhatta. He's well known in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, not much outside of that. So Shankaracharya, in his unpacking the meanings of the names in Vishnu Sahasranama, tends to emphasize the greatness or the power, the prowess of the Supreme Lord. And Parashara Bhatta tends to emphasize the Bhaktavatsalya, the affection for his devotees of the Supreme Lord, which in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya is taken as the principal quality of the Supreme Lord. Srila Prabhupada also writes in the Krishna book that of all the qualities of Krishna, his mercy is the most important. I'm paraphrasing, I don't exactly remember it. The previous name was Chakri. So from understanding the name Chakri, it follows automatically that he's Vikrami. Chakri means who has the formidable, unique, unmatched Sudarshan Chakra as the disc weapon. Only the all-powerful Supreme Lord can wield that weapon. Famously, in Ram Leela, Lord Rama came to the place of Mithila, the place of Janak Maharaj, and the bow of Lord Shiva was there. And anyone who could pick that up and string it and fire it, they could become the husband of Janaki, Sita Devi. Rama was the only one that could do that. In Krishna Leela also, the the eighth queen, the Lakshmana, was it not? That there was a similar Swayamvara, and most of the kings couldn't even pick up the bow. Many of them couldn't even pick up the bow. So he has a formidable weapon as his disc, formidable disc as his principal, best-known weapon. He has various weapons, but among them his Sudarshan chakra is best known. Chakri also, we learned, means one who has a great army. So that's another lakshana, another characteristic of prowess. And also, one meaning of the name Chakri was given, one who establishes and perpetuates the chakra, the cycle of pious life, Vedic life. Also, he's the one who runs on the material world, Mayadhyakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. He brings into being and runs on this material world the samsara chakra.
Runs on? What is that?
Runs it on. It means, common idiomatic usage. It's so common it's practically not even an idiom. So it's not anyone who can do this. Only the Supreme Lord, with His full power, can establish the cycle of Vedic life and the cycle of birth and death in material existence. In the previous occurrence of this name, Parashara Bhatta explained Vikrami. To mean that it is his nature to dispel any possibility of anything going against his desire. In other words, he's proactive in common parlance, modern parlance. He acts in advance to stop bad things happening. Not in every case. Sometimes he lets bad things happen to let people indulge in their sinful propensity. He gives limited independence which we can use properly or misuse. One example or one evidence about this is that when Lord Rama met Sugriva, Sugriva was doubtful that Rama could help him, Sugriva, in overcoming Sugriva's brother, Vali. Sugriva gave a resume of Vali's prowess. But Rama said that simply with the tip of my finger, if I simply desire, then with the tip of my finger I can destroy any pishach, means some like devil, any asura, any demon, yaksha, rakshasa, whoever they may be. And that is the meaning that Baladev Vidyabhushan gives at this occurrence of the name Vikrami. He, as his natural characteristic, he has the ability to totally destroy any number of demons, daityas, danavas, whatever. Another Sri Vaishnava commentator, V.V. Ramanujan, quotes from Tiruvaimoli from the Divya Prabandhams, noting that Krishna came to this world by his own prowess. In Gita, Krishna says, Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. I come into this world by my own energy. We have no choice. We are impelled to take birth in various species. But Krishna appears when he likes, how he likes, in whatever form he likes. He chooses his own father and mother. Or sometimes he appears without a father or a mother. So that's another sign of his prowess. And he apparently went through so many difficulties in his various avatars, especially Rama avatar. So that's another sign of prowess, to be able to tolerate suffering. And Krishna does so to an unlimited degree, because he doesn't suffer at all. The amazing things that Krishna did. For Krishna's cowherd boyfriends in Vrindavan, it became just like a normal thing that Krishna will do something wonderful every day. When Aghasura came in front of them with his mouth wide open, Krishna's cowherd boyfriend simply walked into the mouth of the snake thinking, oh, this will be fun. They were so used to see Krishna destroying formidable demons that they thought, yeah, we'll walk into this snake's mouth and Krishna will look after us. Which of course Krishna did. He killed so many demons just like fun. Just like we see young boys, they play games of fighting. When I was growing up in England, we'd play games of killing the Germans. Not that we'd ever seen any Germans, but it was the memory of the Second World War was kept alive. But Krishna, he has that propensity also, but he didn't kill make-believe or imaginary Germans or demons or whatever, but real demons. Then how Krishna, by his abilities, he made sure the Pandavas won the Kurukshetra battle. He showed, of course, he didn't show his physical prowess or transcendental metaphysical prowess, but by various means he saw the Pandavas would win. For instance, at one point making it seem that the sun had set. So Jayadratha thought he was safe. It's a long story, I won't say it now. So all of these are inconceivable, we just accept. Has anyone seen a grown stud bull? Stud bull, you know what that is? It's the one they keep for mating. Anyone ever fought with a bull like that? They're very dangerous. Actually, many bulls in India, they're very peaceful, but in the West I've seen, they're not peaceful at all. Maybe because they sense that they're going to be killed. But they're very, very dangerous. I saw once in Ireland one huge angry bull, and there were several men who knew how to deal. It took several men who knew what they were doing to be able to control that bull. But Krishna very easily subdued 7 formidable bulls in order to win the hand of Satya, Nagnajiti. So many things. Bakasura, split him open. From the very beginning, Putana, who is next? Shakatasura, with his little baby foot. Any babies here? Any mothers with babies? You want to send your baby to fight a demon? Not yet. You have to wait a few years. But Krishna, even as a baby, is killing demons. Therefore he's Vikrami. Power is of various kinds. Just like in this country, Господин Putin is the most powerful. Now he's getting old now, but he used to be pretty good at jiu-jitsu, right? But judo is the same thing. So he's probably not the most physically powerful person in Russia at the present time. Probably never was. But he's politically the most powerful. So strength can be physical, it can be political, you can have economic strength. There's a phrase in English, soft power. Do you have that in Russian also? Yeah. That's become important in international diplomacy by cultural means and making propaganda, you try to influence. In Srila Prabhupada's purport to Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 13, Text 44, he alludes to Krishna's power, comparing it to that of the ruler of a great government. He writes, the power of Krishna is just like a government that cannot be overcome. First of all, there are laws. If you don't want to follow the law, then the next layer of power is the police power. And if you try to make a revolution in the streets against the police, then the next level is the military power. So Srila Prabhupada writes, therefore, what is the use of trying to overcome the power of the government? Similarly, what is the use of trying to challenge Krishna? So Srila Prabhupada gives this example. As far as physical strength is concerned, most men would find it very difficult to lift their own body weight. There's an idea that if someone can pick up a newborn bull, and every day they pick up the bull, then he should be able, because it's just a little bit heavier each day, so even when the bull is fully grown, you should be able to pick him up. If you can pick up a one-day-old bull without too much difficulty. There is 2 days old, you can also do. And 3 days old, you can also do. So it's growing incrementally. So you'd think that you should, if it's just a little bit every day, you should be able to every day pick up the bull. But there comes a point where you just can't do it. The bull can carry you at some point, round the other way. One method of prowess is via intelligence. At the present time, the military power, it depends much on technology, more than physical strength. So we can design weapons which can create tremendous destruction. But we couldn't destroy the whole earth. Krishna does. He destroys all the planets. He lifts up the earth when the earth is fallen in the Garbhodak ocean. When Arjuna saw Krishna's Vishvarupa, the Krishna showing all his universal power in one place, Arjuna extolled Krishna. You're greater even than Brahma. You're the original master. All living beings should offer homage to you. You are limitless. You are the refuge of the whole universe. You are the invincible source of everything, the cause of all causes. You are transcendental to this material manifestation. You are of limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation has come from you. You have unlimited power. This description is suitable for Krishna only. Therefore, he is Vikrami. In Bhagavatam, there are so many accounts of Krishna, Vishnu, his various forms, battling and destroying great demons who all the demigods put together could not counter. When he fights with the demons, it's like a play for him. He plays with them for some time and then, okay, enough, finished. In a nonchalant way, he just destroys them. In Hinduism, there is the worship of demigods. From our perspective, it might seem that the demigods are on the level of Vishnu. The demigods their power is so much greater than ours that it seems that it may seem to us that like they're as if they're unlimitedly powerful. But actually they are dependent upon Vishnu and much inferior to him. From our perspective, they may seem to be unlimitedly powerful, but when they get in trouble, they pray to Vishnu for help. In the 10th chapter of Gita, at Arjuna's request, Krishna explains or mentions some of his opulences in terms of what can be perceived in this material world. And Krishna gives a few examples. He says, "Oh, there's not really much point in discussing all this. Just to summarize it, even this whole universe comes into being with just a tiny little bit of my prowess. This is Vikrami." Now, there are many names of Krishna, some in Visnu-sahasranama, which celebrate his prowess in from various perspectives. Another meaning of Vikrami is one who walks. The way he walks is different to us. It means one who takes a step, or steps. This Parashara Bhatta explains this instance of the name in this way. Gambhiryanukula vilasa Vikrami. His actions as Vamanadev were very deep, very profound, and beneficial for the world. The walking of Lord Rama It's in Ramayana, it's compared to the gait of a lion. Maybe you have seen on YouTube how a lion walks. He's called the king of the jungle. Even the way he walks, it's with knowledge of his. You can see he knows he's very powerful. Not hurriedly, relaxed. A lion comes out of its cave, looks around. He knows there's no one to challenge him. There are many powerful animals in the jungle, but the lion is the most powerful. In the Rig Veda, there are mantras which describe Trivikram, Vamana avatar. Idam Vishnur vichakrame tredha nidadhe padam sa mudhamasya pagam shure is one of them. Then Yazyoru Shutrishu Vikramaneshu Adikshinchiyanti Bhuvanani Vishva. Within his 3 steps, or actually within his 3 steps, all living beings reside. Within 2 steps, all living beings minus 1 reside. That 1 is Bali. Shankaracharya comments in a similar way that the way he walks or how he strides is unique. We could all be called Vikrami in as much as we all walk. But actually this name is applicable to Vishnu because the way he walks and what he does when he walks is unique. Another way this name can be unpacked from the Sanskrit roots is that he bestows blessings on his devotees without any limit. Without devotees even asking, he blesses them. He doesn't think, now I'm doing good for them. It's just natural for him to give his mercy to his devotees. He doesn't calculate that now I'm doing something for them, they have to do something for me. He's Atma Prajanto Prashad. He's willing to give mercy to the devotees up to the extent of giving his very self. He is oceanic. He can give more than we can imagine. It's like the ocean is so deep we can't swim down to the bottom. How deep is it? How wide is it? There are so many treasures within the ocean which we're not even aware of. So in the same way, Bhagavan, he is like a great unlimited ocean who can give us far more than we can even imagine. Srila Prabhupada quoted his father. His father said, "You have 2 hands and God has 10 hands. So if He wants to take away from you, how can you resist? And if He wants to give to you, how much can you take?" Satya Sandha Tirtha of the Madhva Sampradaya gives a meaning of the name Vikram, which is very much in line with Madhva Siddhanta, the teaching of the Madhva Sampradaya. To mean that in his various avatars there's no basic difference. In the teachings of the Madhva Sampradaya, they don't like that we say Krishna is supreme, because they say, no, all the avatars are the same. They're all of the same capacity. We also accept that to some extent. That's a big theological discussion, which I won't get into now. Another commentator, this is actually not commentary on Visnu-sahasranama, but this, Vedanta Deshika in his commentary on Ramanuja's this is his own, Sharanagati Deepika, says that in all of Bhagavan's avatars, we see qualities that are unique to him. And even though he may appear as a human, that doesn't diminish him or demean him. Even if he appears as a boar, that doesn't diminish or demean him. He always has the prowess and the unique characteristics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Another commentator, Raghunath Tirtha, gives yet another interpretation, that as the Lord of all, it is his role to constantly look after his creation. And the first syllable means bird, as in vihanga. So one who travels in the air is another interpretation. So like this, you can go on unpacking different meanings of these names. If we have more intellectual and devotional prowess, we can find so many meanings. But we'll finish there. Vikrami Bhagavan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.